On today's journey, we'll be traveling to a neighborhood in the southern part of Mexico City called Coyocan. It is about a 20-minute drive from our hotel in Condesa and is one of the oldest neighborhoods in the city. It was also home to famous people such as Frida Kahlo, Diego Rivera, and even the Conquistador Hernan Cortez. We started our day around 7:30 a.m. by taking an Uber to Coyocan. We booked a tour that would start at 10 a.m., which gave us time to explore the neighborhood. The first order of business was to grab coffee and a snack. Good morning from Coyocan. We are at Boycott Cafe and we have just a couple drinks. I got a Cubano.
Mine got 2 double espresso shots. Ferrari.
So we are in the neighborhood of Coyocan. It is one of the oldest neighborhoods here in Mexico City. It was also the birthplace and home of Mexican artists Frida Kahlo and Diego Rivera. We walked around the central square and saw this old church and took a peek inside before seeing the giant Coyocan sign. Like any tourist, we're all over this thing, trying our best to figure out a way to use it in a video. Luckily for us, we were here so early very few tourists were around. It was about 9 a.m. Most of the shops in the area were still closed, so we decided to see the exterior of the Frida Kahlo house before the line started. We snapped some pictures and headed back to the central square. On the way back, we stumbled upon a park where local artists come to display their work and sell them. We hung around admiring the sights and sounds of Coyocan before heading to the meeting place for our tour. We picked up some coffee beans to take home at a local cafe and considered trying some insects but opted not to. We then met up with our tour group.
My name is Ralph Peterson. I was born here in San Angel, Mexico City. It's a neighborhood around 20 minutes from here.
We learned that our tour guide was an actor and he has appeared in some Netflix series, including one called Tijuana. After introducing himself, our tour guide taught us about Hernan Cortez and how he built his residence here. This house and several other buildings in the area were once on the shores of a lake. We then walked to this church, which happens to be one of the oldest in Mexico.
No entiendo bien por qué mi abuelo distraído se bajó.
We arrived at Frida Kahlo Park, which according to our guide is normally empty. However, this day they had a big yoga event. Our guide gave us the rundown on Frida Kahlo's life and her relationship with Diego Rivera. All this while we snacked on churros from a local shop. On our way out, I tried to snap a photo of the famous Frida and Diego statue without getting the yoga people in the background. After Frida Kahlo Park, we walked down to a restaurant. Here we would learn about the Spanish-style architecture and how many of the buildings here in Coyocan have a large garden area in their center.
Lo que siento es tan fuerte, imposible no elegirte, ahora que estás aquí. Lo que siento es tan fuerte, imposible no elegirte, ahora que estás.
We continued the tour where we stopped at a restaurant and tried a huilacoche quesadilla before moving on to our next spot.
Siempre voy a insistir, te elijo a ti, ya no quiero sufrir, te elijo a ti.
It was now almost 12 p.m. and we made it back to the Central Plaza. The area became significantly more lively. While at the Central Plaza, we stumbled upon a few dancers who were performing dances from different states of Mexico.
Siempre me sale lo reggaetón, a mí me dicen reggaetón, todos me llaman reggaetón, siempre me gritan reggaetón, porque yo bailo reggaetón, a mí me dicen reggaetón, todos me llaman reggaetón, siempre me gritan reggaetón, porque bailo reggaetón.
Our next stop was a local market where we could purchase souvenirs. We spent about 20 minutes here before moving on with the tour. made our way back to the artist park before going into another market where we would have a snack before going to the Frida Kahlo Museum. Here at Coyocan Market 89, we had Mexican tostadas. I had the chicken tinga and a tamarindo drink, and Aggie had mole con pollo with a guayabano drink. We left the market and headed to the museum, where we bid our tour guide goodbye. The tour we booked gave us skip-the-line tickets to the museum. Unfortunately, you cannot take any videos at the Frida Kahlo Museum. They, however, allowed picture taking.
Otro lugar, nunca pensé que me llegara a pasar. Yo solo sabía de buenos amores, a mí me enseñaron buenos valores. Vulnerable andaba buscando raíces, lo que encontré fueron heridas, cicatrices. Creer en ti fue un gran error. Endulzaste con tu teatro traidor. Ahora soy dueña de mis amores. No voy a perder la vida entera en tus temores. Hoy me levanto con mi alegría y te devuelvo todo el dolor que te...
We are still in Coyocan. We are at Tierra Gara, a coffee shop here, and we got 2 cortados on ice. It's not bad. Even better if it wasn't so damn hot. After an afternoon pick-me-up, we stopped at a souvenir shop where Aggie got several samples of mezcal before making a purchase.
I have this one and I have my favorite. It's a tamarind curado. This one is hibiscus. We have this one. Actually, with ice and mineral water, it's better. So delicious, no?
Very good.
What do you like more? The first one or the second one?
I love the sweetness of
Tamarind.
tamarind, but the hibiscus, I love the floral note.
It was now almost 4 p.m., so we went back to the Central Plaza to find a place to eat. So we are here in Coyocan. We are at Avenue Maria Restaurante. It is a Mexican restaurant here right in the heart of Coyocan. It was also recommended by our tour guide. For tonight's meal, I got a picana, which is a top sirloin, and Aggie got a mole. The meal came with fresh bread and house-made tortillas. Aggie also got a drink to pair with the meal.
Nick ordered me a drink. I'm not really sure. I had him choose for me, but my guess is it's pineapple, and it has what tastes like a lime sugar in it. That's good. I'm guessing this is mezcal.
Mezcal.
Mezcal. Yeah, I guess you could really taste the difference.
During our meal, a pair of opera singers began to serenade the people of the restaurant. They were so good and definitely worthy of a tip. It was now nearly 6 p.m., so we headed back to our hotel in Condesa to end the day. By around 11 p.m., we got hungry. Luckily for us, there was a 24-hour taco spot across the street from our hotel. This restaurant, along with several others, will be featured on our Mexico City food review.
Pongo mi abrigo, pongo mi lápiz y libreta.
Habano.
He's got 2 double espresso shots.
And
This is my outfit. Made that whole
if you like this vlog, please consider liking and subscribing, and stay tuned for the next one.